Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from CNN. It's written by, as I've said last week, our favorite soy boy in residence over there, the CNN soy boy at large, Chris Cillizza. Basically, he's pushing this narrative that it appears is going to now show up throughout the legacy media while they're trying to attack Trump here, because Raw Story actually did basically almost verbatim the little liberty in it. It's almost like this is being handed out to them. Okay. And they're very similar too, the articles and the things that they attack, like, with the beer virus and stuff like that. They basically push the same shit. But this one over here on Raw Story was published on the 15th by Bob Cesca. And look at the title that they did. Thin-skinned Trump bizarrely refuses to be president of the entire United States. Then look at Cillizza's version of the title. Donald Trump doesn't understand. He's the president for all of America. Same friggin' basic sentiment, same mentality, same thing of, hey, let's blame everybody. Let's blame, Trump instead of everyone, I should say, that should be blamed for what they're going to try to blame Trump for and say that he should be taking, responsibility for when he has nothing to do with it. So let's see what Soy Boy at Large here has to say, Chris, Cillizza. Anyway, let's get into the article here and, as I said, see what he has to say. At a press conference on Wednesday night, President Donald Trump made abundantly clear how he views the country he was elected to lead through purely partisan goggles. No, that's complete bullshit. That's twisting of the truth. You just want to basically set up your little narrative here, you soy boy-filled bitch. Well, I should say you soy-filled bitch. Makes more sense. He's got me stumbling over my own fucking words with this stupid shit. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, let's continue on here. Talking about the death toll, almost 200,000 people as of Thursday morning. I love this. It's at 190. There's 10K, difference, or just under 10K at this point, and it's almost 200,000. Okay. You gotta love how they add about 10,000 people to it. But anyway, as of this Thursday morning, from beer virus in the United States, Trump said this: "If you take the blue states out, we're at a level that I don't think anybody in the world would be at. We're really at a very low level. But some of the states, they were blue states, and blue states managed. Okay, they managed what? You notice how he cuts them off. Okay, blue states screwed the pooch." And Trump needs to take responsibility for that. Excuse me. So he needs to take responsibility for the actions of Whitmer and, Cuomo when they put infected people intentionally into nursing homes from all appearances to kill the old so that they could inflate the death count. That's his responsibility to take? I don't think so. They don't want to take responsibility for it. They don't want investigations into their actions. Okay, Cuomo's been trying to shut down any investigations looking into what he did. Okay, he tried to blame Trump, saying, oh, well, the federal guidelines said to put the infected in. No, they didn't. Whitmer tried the same bullshit. These people are delusional. They honestly think that Trump should be blamed for their actions. Typical lefty mentality. They want someone else to take responsibility for their own shit, for their own fuck ups, for their own actions. They're vile and disgusting human beings. They kill old people, and it's Trump's fault. These people are delusional. It is an amazing admission to hear from the President of the United States, and the latest sign that Trump really doesn't view himself as president of the entire country. Instead, he sees himself as president of the people who voted for him only. Well, no. See, here's the thing. Cillizza's got to be completely dishonest, because the thing is, Trump is the president of the United States, but he's not the president of New York. He's not the president of California. He's not the president of Chicago. He's not the president of, Washington State or Oregon or Florida or Massachusetts. He's not the president. He's the president of the whole country. We live in a republic, which means you have federal governments and state governments. The federal government does not have the power that they're trying to act like it does. Trump does not have the power like they're trying to act like he does. Okay? When it came to the things on a state level, that goes down to the governors. And then from on the county level, your county, the people that that work at the county level. And then with the cities and towns, it goes to the local governments. But hey, let's just leave that out and say, oh, it's all Trump's fault. And blame him for all the shit Democrats did to inflate the death toll, to like cause like massive infections within their cities and their states. Let's just blame Trump for all that, even though he had nothing to do with it. You people are disgusting, Cillizza. You are the soy boy at large over at CNN. You make Anderson Cooper look fucking butch. All right? And he loves the cock. Okay? You make freaking, oh God, brain fart. Oh God. The one who fucking sexually propositioned and kind of assaulted with nut sweat a guy in New York at the Hamptons. Oh, an employee at a bar. Oh God, what the hell is his name? But you make him, someone in the comments, you'll know it. People in the video, I hope you know it. The black one. The black guy. Oh shit, what's his name? But Cillizza makes him look bitch, and he takes the cock up his ass. And as a gay man, it's pretty bad when a supposedly straight guy makes a gay guy look butch. I mean, unless we're talking Agent Smuckers from the Boondock Saints, okay? Because he's like the butch of butch gay men. But he's a fictional character. I mean, I got nothing against gay people. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm being politically incorrect. All right? That's all it is. Anyway, so, I mean, you got to love this. This soy-filled bitch makes those people look butch. And they love the cock. It's a remarkable reversal from the way in which past presidents conceived the presidency. Consider these words from then Illinois. Oh my God, gotta invoke Obama. Consider these words from then Illinois Senator Barack Obama in the 2004 Democratic National Convention, and how far and in the wrong direction we have gone since then. I love how they invoke him, and he blamed everyone for his shit but himself. Literally. Okay? Gets caught. Operation Fast and Furious. I had nothing to do with that. That wasn't me. Benghazi. No, I had nothing to do with that. Everyone else took the blame for his shit. His direct shit. Holder fell on his knife for him with Operation Fast and Furious. Who the hell was it that freaking did it for Benghazi? But everyone else fell on their knife for him. Or their sword, whatever the case may be. Took a bullet, however you want to look at it. And you want to invoke his name? You soy-filled bitch? Jesus Christ. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states. Red states for Republicans, blue states for Democrats. But I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around our libraries in the red states. We coach Little League in blue states, and yes, we've got some gay friends in the red states. There are patriots who are opposed to the war in Iraq, and there are patriots who support the war in Iraq. You got to love that, okay? I mean, let's go through this first here. The Democrats are the ones who like to slice fucking states, or actually, no, they would wish every state was blue, okay? And this idea of, well, they slice the states up. No, it's ideological belief that slices the states up, because when you have in-group preference in a state, generally, okay, those people in the state want similar things. Which is why, I don't know, California turned into a shithole because they wanted all their free shit and everything else. Massachusetts turned into a shithole for the same reasons. Illinois is a shithole for the same reasons. Oregon is becoming a shithole for the same reasons, when you got people not only, wanting free shit, but they're destroying the city in a quest to get it. I mean, come on now. And this idea of you worship a God, an awesome God in blue states. Really? Okay, the baby murdering states where, like, say, Virginia, where they wanted it so you could murder a baby after it was born and call it an abortion. You want to say that's God worship, you piece of shit? Fuck you. I mean, I understand this is an old speech, but when it leads to where Virginia ended up, you want to say they worship God in blue states? Fuck you. I mean, I'm an agnostic, and I see, and I might lean towards there might be like a higher power type thing with that. But I think I still have the right to say, you're full of shit. And you don't like federal agents poking around your library? You want them poking around the libraries in the red states. You want federal agents to force people to bow down to the left's bullshit with the Democrats and the left. You want the fucking federal government to bow down for crying out loud. You people want to criminalize speech. Go, well, it's not free speech, it's hate speech. When hate speech is a fallacy created by the Soviet Union to make it so that you could demonize any speech that was critical of anything you wanted. That's why they did it. They used it to go after dissidents. Then they expanded it globally to the UN, okay, so that anyone who was talking shit about them, they could say, oh, that's hate speech. That's what happened. But you people want to censor speech. Yeah, okay. Call it hate speech. And then this is so fucking disgusting, this last part. And we've got some gay friends in red states. That is like so bigoted, it's not even funny. It's bigoted against, the gay community, and it's bigoted against conservatives. Because you're trying to portray conservatives as gay-hating shitbags. When they're more about the fact of, hey, you want to do your own thing. As long as you're not throwing it in my fucking face, I don't care. Moving on. We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the stars and stripes. Oh, you want to bring in this thing of him, Saliza, when you people want to get rid of the idea of the Pledge of Allegiance. Fuck off. So anyway, all of us defending the United States of America. Really? You guys are trying to destroy this country. You're trying to destroy the Constitution. Screw you. In the end, that's what the election is about. Do we participate in politics of cynicism, or do we participate in politics of hope? Yeah, basically back when Obama was fucking stroking everyone, going, I'll give everyone a hand job if you vote for me. Look I'm a happy guy. I want to unite everyone. When he was a divisive piece of shit. You people are disgusting. Saliza, you are a slimeball, dude. This was 16 years ago. On Wednesday, we had a president of the United States say that if you take out the people who died in states that didn't vote for him, then not that many people have actually died from coronavirus. That's not what he's saying, asshole. What he's saying is, if you take into account the shitty fucking policies and everything the Democrats did in those states, they caused the deaths. What he's saying is if you go by the fact of how the Republicans ran their shit, all right, and how red states operated, and you look at their deaths in comparison, per 100,000, we're not going to fucking try to fucking be shady about this, per 100,000, their deaths are lower. Because of the failed policies. Like, I don't know, I've mentioned it already once. What was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Sending infected people to nursing homes in New York fucking state via Cuomo's orders. Sending old people who should have just been fine where they were to their deaths without them even having to be moved anywhere. Whitmer not only did that, she put young people in nursing homes, and one thug beat the shit out of an old dude. Trump should take responsibility for that? Fuck off. Seriously. What's more, Trump isn't even completely accurate in his claim about the deaths in red versus blue states. Oh, really? It is true that the terms of raw numbers, 2 states that voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016 lead the way in deaths from beer virus. New York with 33,042 deaths and New Jersey with 16,054. But those are also 2 of the most densely populated states in the country. So looking solely at the raw numbers of deaths from beer virus in them doesn't present an accurate picture when the virus has been the most deadly. Oh, really? It paints a pretty accurate picture when he's talking about, I'm sure, per 100,000, and you're now trying to make it sound like he's talking about total deaths. Let's just ignore the fact, those policies in New Jersey and New York are largely, enacted by Democrats, mind you, very largely contributed to the number of deaths. Let's just ignore that because that destroys your narrative. The best way to understand which states have been hit the hardest by the coronavirus is to actually look at the numbers of deaths per 100,000 residents. Since that measure factors in how many people live in a state and allows a more apples-to-apples comparison, of the 10 states to win the highest number of deaths per 100,000 people, 9 states Trump won in 2016. Nevada, 10th state on the list, is a lone exception, which you got to love how they're probably doing this. Are they using the revised numbers? Probably not. Are they using, I love this one. I don't trust them. Let's see what they're saying, okay? Because I don't trust it. The Washington Post's Philip Bump noted in a piece on Wednesday night, the most recent data through Tuesday indicates that about 53% of deaths have occurred in blue states, meaning that 47% have occurred in red ones. That kind of destroys your fucking narrative, you dumb shit. If there are more deaths in blue states, that destroys your fucking narrative. Let's see. So we got CNN's tracking COVID bullshit here. Okay. I love this one. This is what they're citing. Okay. They're going by the very latest tolls. Okay. I'm sure. Because you look at the deaths. 14,893, California. All right. Per 100,000 people, 1972. New York, 2303. I mean, Jesus Christ. Massachusetts, 1837. I don't trust this because a lot of these states, they're trying to say that, this can't be, this has got to be, the recent numbers. This can't be, the actual totals, over time. Okay? Because most of the deaths happened in blue states. I mean, this is confirmed cases per 100,000 residents by county. Okay? Look. All red in all the Democrat shit. I mean, it's new cases the last 14 days. I mean, they're going by recent numbers to push this shit. He's not going by the numbers from the start to finish. That's why he's being dishonest. I mean, you can see that with this. He's going by the fact that that this covers the last 14 days. This is not a running total here, really. It might be, but I mean, it doesn't. Look. I mean, I don't trust them. They're using their own self as sources. If you had a third-party source, you might be a little more trustworthy. But you're fake fucking news. I mean, this right here destroys your bullshit. When 53% of the deaths have occurred in blue states, that should tell you that you're kind of full of shit. In other words, more than 90,000 deaths have occurred in red states. If that were the country's total, we would have seen the second most number of deaths globally, trailing only Brazil. Bullshit! Sweden, more deaths than us. What are you talking about? Sweden had more deaths than us per 100,000. This guy is such a sleazebag. He's switching between per 100,000 and then death totals and wow, this guy is such a scumbag. This is so funny. The United States would still be responsible for 11% of global deaths despite constituting only 4% of the world's population. You gotta love how he's playing around with the fucking numbers to push his bullshit. Why? And the same with this shitbrick from Washington Shitpost. Why has the ratio of blue states to red state deaths shifted? Because most of the newly occurring deaths are happening in red states. Since mid-June, a majority of the new beer virus deaths each day have occurred in red states. Since mid-July, at least 70% have. Really, I find that funny because the revised death tolls say you're full of shit. Because if you go by the revised death tolls, okay, this is what's funny. You now have them taking numbers from the blue states where they revised the death tolls. I'm sure this is what's going on here. It makes sense. And now they're not taking revised totals from the red states, which in red states, you had shady, shifty people that were, say, I don't know, putting people on that didn't have, like it caused their death, that had something else cause it, but because they were infected, it was a death. And that's now going on. So you got people rigging the numbers in red states, it seems like. And you're going to use that to your advantage here to push a narrative? Excuse me? You got no problems with the revised numbers in the states that Trump calls out. But I'm sure you're not using them when it comes to these other states. Because these people are dishonest. I mean, you see him. He's going from per 100,000 to total numbers and all this different shit to try to push a narrative. I mean, it's disgusting. All right? By their logic, because Sununu, okay, here in New Hampshire, he has opened up shit. He's actually allowed the massholes to cross, been allowing the massholes to cross the border when they spread shit like typhoid fucking Mary. Okay, he ran this like a red state. We should all be fucking dead. Oh, well, not all of us, but you know what I mean. That's one reason why they've been attacking Sununu here, because he didn't lock shit down. He allowed shit to open up earlier than a lot of other states. And even with the massholes crossing over, infecting the shit out of people to save 5% of fucking sales tax, our numbers are lower. And this shit was run by a red state. Okay, look at South Dakota. Per 100,000 deaths, they have Biker Week. 400 people throughout the country, last time I checked, were infected by it. And they tried to push a bullshit narrative that it cost billions of dollars and infected thousands of people or tens of thousands of people or some shit. And the thing was debunked. It was from a fucking foreign country. It was like Germans. What the hell was it? Was it the Germans? But it was a foreign country that they were pushing this, that this came from. That they were pushing this shit of 2.1 billion and, all these people infected. Focusing on how the numbers don't bear out Trump's blaming of blue states for the high death toll in the United States from beer virus actually takes away from the real point here, though. Oh, really? So New York, those high death tolls weren't in part because most of the people, a large number of them, were, elderly that Cuomo fucking murdered by sending the infected in, ordering them in there? That's, okay, to quote Jack McCoy, okay, from Law and Order, where it takes place in New York, that's depraved indifference. That's homicide. He murdered those people, you piece of shit. The red states, the red state. So why aren't you calling out Cuomo and Whitmer for sending old people to their deaths in their own homes at their freaking nursing homes where they're supposed to be able to be safe? You piece of shit. Dude, you are a scumbag. And the real point is this. We have a man in the White House who doesn't understand or care that he wasn't elected president to only represent and fight for the people who cast ballots for him in 2016 or will do so in 2020. Asshole. He can't do anything in California. He can't do anything in Massachusetts. He can't do anything in New York. He can't do anything in Oregon or fucking Illinois or any of these other places that you're trying to say that he should be the president of, when it's the governors and the fucking politicians on the county and friggin' local levels that are responsible for the shit. That's the whole point of a fucking republic, you dumb fuck. Oh, wait, you know this, but you're a dishonest piece of shit who expects the average lefty that would read CNN to be too fucking stupid, or independent to be too fucking stupid to actually understand that this country's a republic and he does not have the power that you're claiming he does. Dude, you're a piece of shit. Oh, God. Because of that, Trump has spent his 3+ years in office seeking to highlight what divides us rather than what unites us. You're the ones that have been doing that, you projecting little bitch. Wow. Rather than call to our common humanity. Wow. Call to you divisive pieces of shit have literally tried to label half of the fucking country as the world's biggest scumbags, wastes of space, racists, and everything else. You scumbag. Who the hell do you think you are? Rather than call to our common humanity, particularly in the face of the worst public health crisis in a century and racial protests and national unrest that we haven't seen in decades, Trump has sought to weaponize our differences for his political gain. Dude, why don't you cry a little bit more? Holy shit. Okay, first off, the worst public health crisis in a century is complete fucking horse shit. There were more, this is like the average flu type shit. If you get rid of all the morbidities, you get rid of all the dead people, dead elderly that fucking Whitmer and Cuomo murdered, people basically above the average age of life expectancy. You just go to the people who actually died from this. 6% of those numbers. So we'll go with your bullshit inflated by 10K, 200,000. Okay. So that means for every 100,000, all right, there's 6,000. That means 12,000 people, you stupid shit. Worst health crisis in a century. Blow it out your ass. Dude, you're a dishonest, sleazy piece of shit. No wonder you're the soy boy at large at CNN. I mean, this is ridiculous. And then the idea of racial protests. Oh, you mean the little fucking sycophants that you people encouraged and have been fucking running cover for, that have been looting, rioting, assaulting people, trying to murder them, and then getting shot for their fucking troubles? Those people? You mean the people, okay, like on the note of the poster children that this is being done over, the fucking rapists and the fucking murderer, the fucking druggies and the drug dealers and the scumbags and the shit eaters that they are, let's just ignore that. They're perfect fucking angels. You got a guy, okay, who Kamala Harris is praising, okay, who showed up at his rape victim's house, tried to steal her vehicle, and he's a fucking saint. Well, get bent. He deserved to get shot. He wasn't listening to officers. He was resisting arrest. He assaulted them. He's lucky he's not dead and that he's only shitting in a colostomy bag and cathetered for the rest of his life, pissing in one too. You fucking piece of shit. This guy is a total waste of space. He is seriously. You're the ones who have been weaponizing our differences for political gain as well. You're the ones who have labeled half the country as fucking racists because they don't suck the dick of fucking Marxism and your bullshit. You asshole. Jesus Christ. He has worked to convince people in red states that those blue states don't just agree with them on the right policies to move the country forward, but are actively working to destroy any semblance of the America they hold dear. Really? No, the people that are in the red states actually know this. You want to get rid of the Electoral College, people like you, so that they can dominate, so that the left and the Democrats in these blue fucking cities and states like California and with California and with New York and Illinois with Chicago can fucking dictate to the rest of the country. You've basically you spouted that shit after Trump won, that's why you needed to do it, okay? You want to stack the fucking Supreme Court to fucking screw over the other half of the country, okay? That was talked about. And you want to act like Trump is convincing these people of this shit? No, you are with your actions, you dumb shits. The Democrats and you on the left, with all your actions, are proving this shit. Okay, Trump doesn't have to say anything. Americans are seeing what you're doing and going, oh, fuck me. Especially in the red states. You're a sleazy piece of shit, dude. You are trying to destroy any semblance of America we hold dear. You wouldn't be defending the fucking shitbags, burning down cities, if you weren't. You'd condemn it, you cocksucker. You would condemn that shit. What Trump's view misses is that the beer virus is a disease that doesn't see your party of who you voted for in 2016. It kills Democrats and Republicans alike. Yes, but if you look, it tends to kill Democrats more, especially in like New York City, or New York State, I should say, and in Michigan, especially if they're the elderly. Fuck you, dude. Seriously, what a piece of shit. It should be the ultimate argument against the idea that we are a collection of red states and blue states. It should remind us that only realizing we are in this together, we can win the fight against the virus that is projected to kill more than 400,000 Americans by January 1st, 2021. Not red state voters or blue state voters, Americans. So basically what he's saying is you got to vote for fucking creepy Uncle Joe because we need to bring America together. You divided us, you motherfuckers. All of you people on the left, in the legacy media, the Democrats, all of you. You divided this country, okay? What happened is you kept taking things further and further and further left, okay? You'd say, oh, look, I want an inch. Or actually, let me rephrase that. You'd say, I want a foot. The right would say, we'll give you an inch, which they shouldn't have. They should have said, fuck you. Because the second they turn their back while you're taking your inch, you take fucking 5 yards, okay? And you've done that over and over and over. And now it's got to a point where the right has finally said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done. Okay? Independent voters that don't, like myself, that don't subscribe to the false left-right paradigm, but at least understand that's how our society has been laid out. Okay? Because it is a false paradigm. All right? We say fuck you to you too. Because you want to now say, we want a mile, and we know you're going to take more. We don't even want you to take that mile. We don't want you to take a foot. We don't want you to take 6 inches. We don't want you to take an inch. Hell, we don't want you to take a fucking micron. But you want to. Take, 10 miles, 100 miles. And now that Americans have said, fuck you, that the average American is waking up to your shit, you're trying to act like he's dividing us. You're the ones that caused the divide because you wanted to take this country in a direction where a lot of Americans were like, excuse me? No. And then you tried to label them as racists and misogynists and all this other shit. Okay? To try to browbeat them. You called them Nazis. You called them fascists. None of it's worked. And now you want to act like, well, we need to come together. Oh, it's Trump that's dividing the country? Fuck off, Saliza. You are a piece of shit, dude. All of you at CNN are pieces of shit. You're all fake news. You're all scumbags, like just everyone else in the legacy media for the most part. You're all wastes of space. I've covered this well enough, though. So I'm going to leave things here because I'm done with this. But yeah, he's a sleazebag. He truly is. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.